Welcome back to Charlie Talks Global, where today we're diving into the vibrant cultures that make our world so fascinating.
Hey there, culture explorers. Welcome back to Charlie Talks Global, where we dive into the world's most fascinating traditions that'll make you go, wait, what? Today, we're talking about something that literally gave me chills when I first heard about it. We're heading to rural China to explore a tradition that combines love, death, and family honor in the most unexpected way possible. Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up for the wild world of ghost weddings. But before we get started, hit that subscribe button because trust me, you're going to want to stick around for more mind-bending cultural adventures. Picture this, you're a parent in rural China, and your unmarried son has passed away. Now, most of us would be focused on grieving, right? But here's where it gets interesting. Some families are thinking about one very specific question. Who is my son going to marry? Yes, you heard that right. In some parts of China, families arrange marriages for their deceased children. And no, I'm not talking about some ancient history lesson. This is happening today, in the 21st century. So grab your favorite beverage, get comfortable, and let's explore this haunting tradition that's been around for over 3,000 years. Alright, so what exactly is a ghost wedding? Well, the Chinese call it Mingan, which literally translates to spirit marriage. Think of it as, well, a wedding ceremony, but for people who are already dead. Now, I know what you're thinking, Charlie. This sounds like something out of a horror movie. But here's the thing, for the families involved, this isn't scary at all. It's actually an act of love and respect. The most common scenario, a young man dies before getting married, and his family finds a deceased young woman to be his bride. They hold a ceremony, create a joint burial site, and voila, the afterlife just got a lot less lonely. But here's where it gets really interesting. Sometimes, families even arrange these marriages between children who died young, believing they'll grow up together in the afterlife. It's like supernatural matchmaking. The ceremonies themselves are surprisingly elaborate. We're talking full traditional Chinese wedding rituals, red decorations, ceremonial foods, even wedding photos using portraits of the deceased. The only thing missing, well, the actual bride and groom. Now, you might be wondering, where on earth did this tradition come from? Well, buckle up for a history lesson that's anything but boring. This practice dates back over 3,000 years to ancient China, where Confucian beliefs emphasized the importance of family lineage and ancestral worship. The idea was simple. Unmarried people, especially men, were considered incomplete and couldn't properly enter the afterlife. Think of it like this, in traditional Chinese culture, not having descendants was basically the ultimate family failure. So if your son died before marriage, you weren't just losing a child, you were losing an entire family line. But there's more to it than just family pride. Many families genuinely believe that unmarried spirits become lonely and restless, potentially causing problems for the living. A ghost wedding was seen as a way to give these spirits peace and companionship in the afterlife. And here's something that might surprise you. These weren't just random arrangements. Families would often seek out specific matches, looking for compatible social status, age, and even personality traits based on what they knew about the deceased. It's like spiritual compatibility matching. Now, here's where things get a bit complicated. While ghost weddings are technically illegal in modern China, they still happen, especially in rural areas where traditional beliefs run deep. The Chinese government has been cracking down on these practices, not just because they're officially banned, but because, and this is where it gets really dark, there have been cases of grave robbery and even worse crimes committed to obtain bodies for these ceremonies. I know, that escalated quickly. What started as a tradition of love and respect has sometimes turned into something much more sinister. There have been actual criminal cases where people have stolen bodies, or worse, to supply this underground market. But let's focus on the families who practice this tradition with genuine intentions. For them, it's about honoring their ancestors and ensuring their loved ones aren't alone in the afterlife. It's a complex blend of grief, love, and deeply held spiritual beliefs. And here's something fascinating. With modern technology, some of these ceremonies now include video calls with family members who can't attend, digital photo tributes, and even live stream ceremonies. Ancient traditions meeting modern convenience. So what can we learn from this tradition? Well, first off, it shows us how different cultures approach death in the afterlife in fascinating ways. While Western cultures often focus on individual grief and moving on, this tradition emphasizes continuing relationships with the deceased and ensuring their well-being. In the afterlife, it's a completely different way of thinking about death and family obligations. And let's be honest, at its core, this is about parents who love their children so much that they want to ensure their happiness. Even after death, when you think about it that way, it's actually quite touching, even if it seems strange to outsiders. It also shows us how traditions evolve and adapt. What started as an ancient ritual has found ways to survive in the modern world, even when it conflicts with contemporary laws and values. And there you have it, folks, the fascinating, complex, and sometimes controversial world of Chinese ghost weddings, a tradition that's equal parts love story, cultural preservation, and supernatural belief system. What do you think? Is this a beautiful way to honor the deceased? Or does it seem too strange for modern times? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I love hearing different perspectives on these cultural traditions. If you enjoyed this deep dive into world culture, smash the like button, subscribe for more mind-bending traditions from around the globe, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an adventure. Until next time, keep exploring, stay curious, and remember, the world is full of amazing stories just waiting to be discovered. This is Charlie, signing off from another wild cultural adventure.